Hello everyone, this is GPX55 and this is my first story time. But this is my first time doing this in this channel. And again, thank you for everyone for the 1000 subscribers. So we finally made it after 5 years. And just this story is about this story would be personal and it's kind of weird now because right now I'm about to graduate college with a bachelor's in global business management. And that still feels kind of unreal for me to say out because I don't know. I've been working for this degree for 10 years. I was on and off again. And it's a long time coming, basically. Because if you knew me back in high school or even earlier, you probably would have guessed this would have been my path. Back when I was 14, I had a really low self esteem. I was that quiet kid that pretty much sat the back of the room, and I didn't see myself as the kind of person who was going to make it to anything that was big. I was just trying to get day by day, and a huge reason for that was that one person, and you guys guessed that right. Yeah, my high school bully, and how what happened back then still shows up in my life, even now. And this is my story time. But a quick note, this is my personal experience, so right now I don't want anyone to harass the bully's family or like the bully himself because he got what he deserved, and I think right now we just let it be. And that is my little note to my audience. So right now, you guys, I'll be showing like some video of one of my old videos in La Casa Canyon. This was the high school I went to, so I'll just give you guys a little sense of the environment. So the setup is, yeah, La Casa Canyon back in 2009. I think this was my freshman year in high school, and I was just a normal kid, trying to survive day by day. And I think during my first period was actually the worst. I hated it because at that time I was I had needed to deal with my high school bully. And I'm not talking about one bad moment. I'm talking about 2 years of this. He would push me down. He would throw stuff at me. He even stole my money one time when I went to the bathroom. Oh yeah, some of the people heard that and I think, oh yeah, that's just high school drama. But when you're 14 and your self esteem is already low, stuff like that doesn't feel small. It feels like a huge weight in your chest. It just feels like the entire world is shrinking. So you start to scan the room like your survivor mode. You're not thinking about the class, you're thinking about how to get through the next hour without being humiliated. And let me tell you this happened a lot, especially it was Mondays and Wednesdays for first period morning class. And the part that was messed up to me was the teachers didn't do nothing at all. In my experience, she just sit there and watched the whole time. I don't remember the teacher's name, but damn, I really, really hated her. Like, definitely. She just let the bullying continue. Because for the longest time, especially going into high school, I still assumed that an adult would step in. Oh, maybe she would say stop. But when the adult does nothing, it teaches a message to everyone like, yeah, this is allowed. So this bully didn't just make fun of me, he made fun of like even the like kids in the back. The He was a nuisance. I remember one time, I think his name was, I'm gonna name, not gonna name his real name for privacy reasons, but let's call him Jack. When Jack went to the bathroom, he went to his bag and poured milk and feces all over the bag. I'm like, bro, why are you keeping that? Like, I don't know. I felt bad, but at that time, I didn't want to step in because I would also get bullied, and he was much bigger and stronger than me. So, and I was 14. I was a small little emo kid back then, so I would easily be taken over. Yeah, it was a horrible situation. And this guy was really horrible. Even after school, we took the same bus and going the same route. And at that time, my family lived in like Moonlight Beach and Snida's area, and he also lived in that area. So we took the same route. And the bullying didn't stop even after class. It stopped during like the bus ride or like waiting for the bus. And that was the worst because he tried to pick a fight with everyone. And this kid was one of the greatest fighters I ever met because his parents put him in MMA, jiu-jitsu, and like karate. And he pretty much got in fights with like people at the bus. One time with a cop, and it took three cops to take him down. And this guy was 16. I forgot to put that down. Um, but he was a fighter and a bully, and everyone was afraid to stand up to him because he would always resort to violence. And that was one of the things that made him so scary. So for 2 years, I carried that. And it wasn't just school, it was messed up and how to deal with it. Overall, though, 2 years, I pretty much lost confidence, my self respect even tanked. And the way I walked, it showed basically. And I think the bullying kind of reduced when I was in my junior year of high school because I wasn't paired up with him in any classes. I pretty much got into the higher classes, um, the higher math and the higher English. Compared to him, he was still stuck in like the very low end of the classes. So for 2 years, I was happy. I didn't have to deal with this guy. And my high school was a lot better after that. And let me tell you this, my senior year and junior year were the best years because I didn't have to deal with this bully at all. Okay, let's fast forward in 2021. I'm pretty much a lot older and I was still studying university. But although my that chapter of my life has closed, the high school years gone and I didn't expect any much of it, especially my high school bully. But then I think I was watching the news at my dad's place and he doesn't have cable. So basically he only has like 12 channels and like two local news. And I remember it was 6 p.m. and the day was pretty much over. I got off class and I worked a little bit and I saw the news channel. I think it was just the news channel saying like there was a killing around my mother's place. And I'm like, okay, what's going on here? And the moment they said Brian Fern case, I was like, what, dude? The Brian Fern case, he bullied me and made my 2 years of high school pretty much live in hell. But yeah, that was a out of body experience because I don't know, I didn't expect that to happen, nor like I wasn't prepared for that. But I'm gonna show you guys the clip of the news that I remember watching, but just a heads up, it's very, you know, viewer discretion advised. Basically, it is a hard subject, and you guys could click out of this, but I'm just going to show you this.
Doing his job.
The family of an Oceanside man keeping vigil tonight after he was brutally assaulted while working outside a Carlsbad theater last week. As ABC 10 News reporter Michael Chen found out, the quick actions of theater goers helped lead to an arrest.
He's fighting. He's fighting for his life.
5 days later,
Sorry.
a daughter's shock and disbelief linger.
He was just doing his job.
Last Wednesday morning, just before 10:30, 68-year-old Herrero Duque, a longtime maintenance worker at the Plaza Paseo Real, was picking up trash outside the Sinopolis Theater. According to sources, surveillance video shows a man rushing up to him,
This person just came out of nowhere.
pushing him to the ground and kicking his head repeatedly before running off. We're told a theatergoer followed him and helped police locate him a short distance away. Police arrested 28-year-old Patrick Ferncase. Duque was rushed to a hospital with severe head injuries.
I just never thought something like this would happen.
Natalia McKinnon says her father, a grandfather of 12,
Great dad. That's an awesome, great awesome grandfather.
remains in critical condition and in a coma.
The chances of him waking up are pretty slim. And even if he does wake up, he's just not going to be the same. We're praying, we're trying to stay hopeful. And we're also preparing for the worst.
As a family waits, the investigation is ongoing. Police continue to look for additional witnesses. McKenna is hoping anyone with information will come forward.
We just want justice for our dad.
Michael Chen, ABC 10 News.
Fern Case was arraigned this afternoon, pleading not guilty to attempted murder and other charges. A GoFundMe campaign has been set up to help the family with medical expenses. There is a link on our homepage at 10news.com.
And you guys just saw how heartbreaking that is, that, I don't know, someone passed away and this shouldn't have happened. I don't know, when I saw that, when I was at my dad's place, I'm like, wow, that's super close to my mom's place. That's literally like 3 or 4 minutes, just a walk to that theater. And I go to that theater a lot with my parents. I mean, yeah, it's just crazy that this happened. And not soon after, there was another incident with Patrick. Like, once he went to jail, he unfortunately unalived a cellmate, because when I looked at reports, he didn't like him for his skin color. And I'm like, wow, like, I knew he was a bully, but I didn't know he was a racist too. But nonetheless, it's just so real knowing someone like that you grew up with and you went to class with and you saw basically almost every day for 2 years, to be like that. Thank you for everyone for listening to this, and if you liked it, give it a like and a subscribe, because it means a lot. But nonetheless, I might be doing more of these if people actually like it. So thank you, and have a good afternoon, and be kind to each other.